won't believe this bizarre slice of Cold War history. Picture this. It's the height of the Cold War. Spies are working around the clock. Governments are devising bizarre methods of intelligence gathering, and paranoia between nations runs high. Now, in this frantic and secretive atmosphere, the CIA had an idea so crazy, so outlandish, it makes James Bond's gadgets look like child's play. Here's the scoop. The CIA wanted a spy cat. Yes, you heard that right. A spy cat. Not a robotic cat, not a decoy cat, but a real live feline. This might sound out of a Saturday morning cartoon, but this was real life, and it was an actual CIA Black Ops project. Let me explain how it all went down. In 1960s America, the Central Intelligence Agency was brainstorming ways to eavesdrop on Soviet operatives. While drones and cutting-edge audio technology were still in their infancy, the CIA turned to the animal kingdom for help. That's when the idea of acoustic kitty was born. The concept? Implant listening devices inside a live cat and train it to spy on conversations. Seems simple enough, right? Not exactly. It involved cutting-edge science, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and, oh yes, an actual live feline. To execute their vision, the CIA recruited a team of surgeons, animal behaviorists, and technicians. They implanted a microphone in the cat's ear, along with a radio transmitter at the base of its skull, and even a thin wire running along the spine. Special attention was paid to ensuring the cat looked as normal as possible. After all, a spy cat wouldn't be much use if it raised suspicions. The operation was highly complex, and by the end, the CIA had spent 5 years and about $20 million bringing their spy cat to life. But hey, as bizarre as this sounds, Acoustic Kitty was no ordinary furball chasing after yarn balls or fish-shaped treats. It went through rigorous training in obedience and stealth. You might assume cats can't be trained like dogs, but the CIA thought otherwise. They set up sessions where they'd condition the cat to approach individuals seated on benches or speaking near bushes. Slowly but surely, they aimed to turn the kitty into a furry spy, capable of listening in on sensitive secret conversations. Finally, the big day came. The CIA's time to test Acoustic Kitty on an actual mission. The plan: release the cat near a park bench where 2 men suspected to be Soviet operatives were chatting. Simple, right? Nothing simple about this. As the cat was released for its first mission, something unexpected and unfortunate happened. The cat darted into a busy Washington, D.C. street and was struck by a passing taxi. Yes, the CIA's $20 million spy cat never even made it close to its first target. Talk about putting the cat in catastrophe. This disaster put a spotlight on a fundamental flaw in the entire operation. Cats are independent and stubborn creatures. Unlike dogs, they do not follow orders easily. Though the technology seemed sound, the reality of trying to deploy a living, breathing animal for espionage became glaringly obvious. Now, you might be wondering, why even risk using animals in the first place? The Cold War was a time of extreme measures. Anything that could give one side an edge over the other was explored, no matter how bizarre or hazardous. In fact, Acoustic Kitty wasn't the only instance of animal espionage. There were U.S. Navy programs involving dolphins trained to detect mines, pigeons used for reconnaissance, and even scenarios considered with bats carrying tiny incendiary devices. Desperate times call for desperate, and frankly, absurd measures. Despite Acoustic Kitty's untimely demise, it was not entirely ineffective. The CIA did glean valuable information on miniaturized listening technology and implantation techniques. In fact, the acoustic kitty program is considered a precursor to modern drones and other sophisticated listening technologies. While the cat failed in practice, these scientific advancements were undoubtedly a step forward. Ironically, the project was eventually shelved, not because of budget concerns or ethical issues, but largely because animals, as it turned out, were simply too unpredictable to be consistent agents in espionage. The post-mortem findings from Acoustic Kitty were eventually declassified in the early 2000s, and they read more like the script of a surreal comedy than official government documents. Critics of the program argue that it raises a whole host of ethical questions. Was it right to use a living animal for such a purpose? While the CIA's goal may have been noble in the context of Cold War geopolitics, the methods used are still debated to this day. It brings up interesting questions about the line between scientific exploration and ethical responsibility. And yet, the story of Acoustic Kitty endures. This unlikely tale has cemented itself in the annals of strange but true world history. It's a fascinating reflection of the lengths humans are willing to go when faced with an existential threat. But above all else, it's a stark reminder that sometimes truth is stranger than fiction. That a nation would venture to turn a household pet into a cutting-edge espionage tool is, to put it plainly, remarkable. So the next time your cat lazily eyes you from the comfort of their perch or swipes a paw at a toy, consider this. At one point in history, someone thought they could turn a feline into a super spy. And though the attempt didn't pan out as hoped, it's a testament to human creativity, perseverance, and, well, occasionally ludicrous ambition. The Acoustic Kitty program, a bizarre yet enlightening chapter from world history. Still, one can't help but chuckle at the sheer absurdity of it all. Did this piece of history just blow your mind? Have you ever come across anything so bizarre? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and hit subscribe for more episodes of fascinating history. You never know what quirky, mind-bending stories we'll uncover next.